So the temperature today is not that cold. It's probably around 23-ish. But it is breezy, so once the wind blows through your face and your body, you will feel very cold. I'm currently at the Ruin Project, and this is in Tagaytay. They opened sometime in December 7, I heard. Having apple juice. I decided not to drink coffee and all because, oh my gosh, it's so windy. Oh my gosh. It's going to be very hard to record here because I noticed that it is so strong, and if you're recording, it's going to be very difficult, so expect everything on your table to be blown away. To get here, it'll be so much easier to go through the Calax. They recently opened. It'll just take you about almost 2 hours if you're coming from the Makati area, but it could take as much as 4 hours too. Because right now the occupancy is at what, 70%, and it's a Wednesday. It's 9 in the morning. And if it's like this at 9 in the morning, you can just imagine what to expect in the weekend. So I'm up, or I'll show you what I ordered in the menu. The Ruin Project is the supposed flagship store of Villar's homegrown coffee chain, The Coffee Project, and it is nestled in his luxury development property, Crosswinds Tagaytay. It's quite a far cry or an antithesis to the ever-popular Coffee Project because, as we all know, coffee projects are usually finished, and like this, it's obviously unfinished. And here you'll notice the industrial vibe is fused with nature and it has a very feminine touch, so it's like masculine meets feminine. There's definitely a spot for everyone, and if you check out the view outside, which is really about 360 degrees, it does open up to a breathtaking 35,000 pine trees. I wonder how they counted that, right? But I have to admit, I do sense a chaotic ambiance, or in terms of design elements, I think it's quite chaotic, but no matter, it's still fun anyways. And I guess that's how people like it, so that it has a sense of hipness around it. Now, if you're alone and you want to just drop on by and experience the place, you must have at least, give or take, $20 or 1,000 pesos, so you can enjoy a meal like this, which includes the French onions, onion rings, the bacon and eggs, and maybe a drink like an apple juice. Now, I know what you're thinking, maybe that's a little too pricey or steep. Well, if you just want to take pictures and get a feel of the place, you can always opt for the usual coffee, which is just a little pricier than the Starbucks coffee.
December, last Christmas. Some join me.
Believe it or not, I just met someone.
Yes, I'm Jules. Hi.
Hi, Joe. So they saw me doing this, and they just asked me what my YouTube channel is, which I started really just in December 20. And so it's great to meet someone. I hope you enjoy the food.
Yeah, I ordered for you pasta. Sometimes, yeah, I really do travel here.
Today, yes. Just for this. It's nice to meet random people, especially during a pandemic, and just say hi to them, ask them how they've been doing, what they think of the place, where they're from, etc. I was lucky enough to chance upon Don and Jules. When I was in Singapore, I was really lazy to cook. I'd go to the grocery and get a whole bag of onion rings. And those are really to die for, seriously. These are really good, but I think it's a little soggy. I'm so sorry, the recording is kind of wavy and bumpy and it's very unstable because the winds are really blowing today. Don't think I'm gonna get a decent shot anytime soon, but what do you know? Better windy than hot. Because when I left the house, it was really hot. And then I met Dawn and Jules, but Dawn was too shy to go on camera. I think that would have made it so much more. Right, so now for the bacon and eggs. It's quite crisp on the outside. I wonder how it's gonna taste on the inside. Don't expect any of your food to stay warm for more than 5 minutes because everything will turn cold immediately. Like seriously, look at that. I didn't order coffee because my stomach is acting up right now. It's starting to be hyper acidic. I decided to just go for some apple juice. This is quite huge and it hangs over a cliff. It could easily fit about roughly 120 people and with a good amount of distance from one another. So my cousin recommended for me to visit the Ruin Project. If you want to come here, it's a great place to visit. It's absolutely not overrated enough to come here on a weekend. So if you come here with a friend or a group of friends, a loved one, it's for, of course, you can't bring children. You can't bring your elderly if they're like 65 above. So if you're 15 below, you can't come here. And if you're 65 above, obviously you can't come here. But of course, if you look young, you probably can't get away with it. But at some point, they're gonna ask you for an ID if they suspect you, like with the way you look. So I won't risk it because there was this one time we went to Balay Dako, and my goodness, we saw an old lady being escorted back to their car. I thought that was so embarrassing, and the entire family didn't know what to do. They were a big family, therefore she was really seriously escorted out. I really appreciate you watching this video. Thanks a lot for joining there in Tagaytay at the Ruin Project. So I'll see you soon. Join me on my next breakfast adventure or lunch or dinner or whatever, and stay safe everyone. Happy New Year! Ati! Yeah, this is artisan tea. Whoever said you cannot have fun during the pandemic? I totally disagree. Look at this. The wind is so good here. I wish I could stay here for another 30 minutes or 1 hour. I'm loving the swing. I think I'm gonna grow attached to this. Can I bring the swing home with me, please? I need one. It's so breezy. So they still have the Christmas village here. They've lined up the place with like a Santa at the entrance of Crosswinds, candy canes. They have an alpine house, I think. And of course you have the very new coffee project which opened just in December 7th. So if you haven't visited the Ruin Project at the Crosswinds of Tagaytay, then you better go check it out with your family or your loved one. You won't regret it. I promise you. So fun.